Hi, welcome to today's video where I'll be breaking down the iconic Pluck sound from LifeSim's IDL in Serum 2. So I want to go a bit deeper than your average tutorial because there's some really great techniques. They can really deepen our understanding of Serum and we can use them when we're creating our own sounds. First thing, just go and grab the MIDI file from down in the description so you can follow along, and let's get into it. Here I have the original track. So it's super snappy, a kind of rubbery texture. Actually, I thought, is there OTT in this sound? But no, there is not. We're going to start with a sine wave. Sine waves have no harmonics, they just have the fundamental. We will be adding harmonics later on through distortion. So the next thing we want to do is create the pluck. We're going to pull the attack down, we're going to pull the sustain down. And we're going to bring this way down to 300 milliseconds. We also want to change the curve. So I've just hit this zoom button and now we can pull this down, and this is going to make this way steeper and it's going to make it feel way more plucky. That's cool. You might notice when I'm playing that like some of the notes are kind of quite clicky and some are not. And that's to do with the phase here. So I'm going to bring this phase random all the way down to 0. Now if I play it, there's no clickiness because it's at 180 where this signal crosses 0. I'm actually going to move it to over here at 90 because I actually want the clickiness. And now we can hear that's very consistent. The reason that Serum has random up by default is because when you use unison, you really want randomness. It sounds a lot better. Okay, so the next thing is we need to do a pitch envelope. Grab this envelope here. We're going to also make it into pluck shape, and we're going to drag that here to the coarse pitch of oscillator 1. You can see it's gone there as a bipolar modulation. So I'm going to hold Alt Shift and then I'm going to click on that, and now it's switched to unipolar. So it's going from a high pitch down to the original pitch. Woo! There it is. This is another thing that happens a lot in hyperpop. It gives you this really cute sound, a kind of playful, rubbery, plasticky sound. We're going to pull this way down. We want this to be happening really fast. And you basically can't hear the pitch envelope so much anymore, but what you do get is this punchiness. And, you know, this is the same technique that we use when we're making kick sounds. So it really adds a kind of thump to the start. Sharpen the curve, make it way steeper. I'm just going to bring up to like about 32. We want to kind of push it a little bit more. It's around 25%. Okay, we're getting closer. Let's compare. Now we're going to focus on the tone, and there's like this beefiness in the original, which comes from distortion. I found that the asymmetrical distortion worked well. I'm going to really drive it. That is just adding a bunch of harmonics so that we're not just dealing with a sine wave. We've got like more character. The original sound also has this EQ bump. I think it's around 1200 hertz. The EQ actually comes before the distortion. So because distortion is a non-linear effect, it really matters whether you put the EQ before it or after it. If you're enjoying this video, go and smash that like and subscribe button. In this case, we want to kind of push this band and then drive it through the distortion so it really gets emphasized. Nice. So yeah, as you can hear, we're kind of getting pretty close. I might reduce the distortion slightly, maybe bring this down. Cool, that sounds good to me. So then the next thing is the delay. Now I've actually set it up over here on the return channel, and I'm going to send it over now, and let's have a listen. Okay, that sounds cool. I'll just walk you through what I did. I'm going to listen to the AG version. So what I noticed, there's this delay in the background, but it's like pretty unobtrusive. And when I tried just adding a regular echo, it's like you really hear all the transients because it's such a super plucky sound. They're like stacking up on top of each other. It sounds like really intense. So I needed to soften out those transients. So I used the gate to do that. The attack's really high, so that's like what's creating that smoothness. Sometimes you might want to bring those effects on it, like it as insert effects in Ableton, because this way you could like theoretically you could like group these together if you wanted to save them as a rack. So now I can take off the send, so I'm not sending any volume over there. I'm going to rename this delay, and I still want this on 100% wet, and I'm going to create a new chain. So this is going to be like the dry signal that just goes through unaffected. So if I switch that off, that's just what I had before. And then this I'm going to call wet, and I'm going to bring the volume right down, turn it back on. So I can really control like how much of that delay I want to come through. Let's compare again. Okay, that sounds great to me.
So, quick recap of what we looked at in this video. Making a really snappy Pluck envelope by
steepening the curve.
setting the phase randomness to 0 to control the beginning of the sound. Using a pitch envelope to add a thump. Using EQ and distortion to shape the tone. And finally, using parallel processing to create a gentle delay effect. And there you go. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment to let me know how it went for you. I'm hoping to make more videos like this in the future, so if you have any requests, please share them, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.